Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so we can, nope. Maze time. Playing game in a game. And we did it. Can put this in. Oh, please no. Oh God. I hate playing this game. Hit your head. Okay. So yeah, play this Anytime you log in a computer. Right, this could be fun. Okay. Hotels. Key. Non-CD. Knowing that. Okay. 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 Let go of this. What's the time? 7:30.
Hello.
Do you know what gumbo foo means?
No, not that I can remember.
I can see you're busy. I'll let you go.
So long.
Let's go to bed.
Morning, Nancy.
Okay, nothing important.
Hello.
Do you know what gumbo foo means?
Gumbo foo? I love gumbo. What kind of gumbo is gumbo foo?
I found out how you wired the house to make it haunted. The only ghost who walks these halls is you, Abby.
And so it is, I admit it. But I had you fooled there, didn't I? If I can fool Nancy Drew, I'm sure I'll be able to fool even our most skeptical guests.
Why did you go to all the trouble to do this?
For the publicity. But I really do think there's something going on in this house. I really believe it's haunted. I'm just enhancing the spectral experience.
Are you sure you haven't caused any of these accidents with your stunts?
Yes, I'm sure. I've been very careful with everything.
Does Charlie live around here?
I'm not sure. He said he's between apartments. I think he said he's staying with friends until he can find a place of his own.
Between apartments? That seems kind of odd.
Not for San Francisco. Rents are really high, and there are so many kids thinking they can find cheap housing out here. It's sad to say, but a lot of them end up on the streets.
Give me a second.
I'll let let you get back to what you were doing.
Ta-ta for now.
So we're gonna speak to him.
Hi, Nancy. What's up?
Charlie, I know your secret. I know you're living in the hidden room behind the saloon.
Please don't tell Rose. I have no place to stay.
How did you find the room?
I was homeless, camping out in parks. One day I was looking for a place to get out of the rain, so I ducked under some bushes and found this hidden panel that led to the secret room. Nancy, I didn't mean any harm. I just needed a place to live.
Fair enough. Do you know,
What
It is.
other secrets do you know about this house?
I have seen some odd things down here, like Abby's séance.
Charlie, I found this diskette. I think it's yours.
I was wondering where it was. Thanks a lot, Nancy. Luckily, I had a backup at the school.
That must be an interesting paper you're writing.
I just started to write it, so I don't know very much about the robbery. It's hard to separate fact from fiction, especially when most of the information is based on rumors.
Whatever happened to the gold?
Nobody knows. Some historians say that the bank faked the robbery to collect the insurance money.
Was it El Diablo who stole the gold? Or someone else?
It was definitely El Diablo, but no one knows who he was. In my opinion, El Diablo never existed. He was a composite of different outlaws from that era.
Do you know what the words gumbo foo mean?
I'm not sure. I've never heard that before.
I'll let you get back to your renovation.
Bye, Nancy. And thanks, Nancy, for keeping my secret. I'll tell Rose.
okay. I'll leave that to him.
Hello.
I can see you're busy. I'll let you go.
Take care.
Hold on, give me a second. Sorry about this. Just book it. And let's go back. Okay. 555 57 39.
Drew Residence, Hannah Groon speaking.
Hi, Hannah.
Hi, Nancy.
I should get back to work. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
554 58.
Hello?
Hi, Bess.
Hello, what's new?
Can you guys give me a clue? I'm not sure what to do next.
Talk to people about that gumbo foo.
Then check to see what Rose has to say.
I should get going. Talk to you later.
Call us!
Okay, last person. 53 67.
Hi, Emily. It's Nancy.
Listen, my dear, I'm off to a photo shoot in Mexico, even though I don't know why they're sending me down there again. I just got back a couple of months ago, but who knows what goes on in my editor's mind, always thinking of new ways to make my life miserable. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yes, I'll find out what that phrase means before I go, okay? Okay, good luck.
Yeah.
Nancy.
Do you know why the fireplace in the parlor didn't have a screen?
No, I don't. Now I remember. I was to purchase an antique fire screen, but never found a suitable match. I feel just terrible. I must apologize to Rose about this.
Do you know what gumbo foo means?
Where did you hear that?
I came across it in a book.
No doubt the book I have locked in my briefcase. I thought someone had been in there. I think I'll need to have a word with Rose about this.
Nancy, I'm ashamed of you. Everyone in this house expects some degree of privacy, and you have obviously violated that trust. Your behavior is completely unacceptable. No arguments. I cannot stand to have someone so inconsiderate in my house. I've arranged for Abby to drop you off at the airport. I'm sorry it has to work out this way. Goodbye.
Take a dance.
Yes, Nancy.
Do you know why the fireplace in the parlor didn't have a screen?
No, I don't. Now I remember. I was to purchase an antique fire screen, but never found a suitable match. I feel just terrible. I must apologize to Rose about this.
Do you know what gumbo foo means?
Where did you hear that?
I read about it in a magazine.
I see. As I recall, it means House of Great Books. After the Great Earthquake, many books and documents were stored in private homes to save them from the fires. The Chinese called those houses gumbo fu.
I won't keep you any longer.
Good day.
And by Foo.
Hello.
I'll let you get back to what you were doing.
See you later.
Okay. Oh, what's this? That's why I can drop this off myself.
Golden Wonder.
Okay. Reach the dog. Hehe. If I remember. Nope. Okay. Okay, it's that one. Hello, Bryce, thank you for coming. Okay. Give me a second. So it's that one. trunk over there?
Something's missing here.
Yes, this. Okay. Saying that, I think I know where that goes. Yeah, okay.
It's stuck. It's stuck. Gold! And to think I was standing on it all along.
Ha 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 ha! Too bad no one will ever find out about it.
Louis?
I knew it! There must be over $1 million in here!
I've got to stop him before he gets away.
So long, losers.
And you just let him get away?
There was nothing I could do.
I'm sure there was something you could have done to stop him.
Well, you probably had to act fast and didn't have enough time.
I guess this mystery's solved. Unfortunately, the bad guy got away. This time.
Second time.
I've got to stop him before he gets away.
What? Hey! 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 Get me out of here!
Dear Bess, I'm just about finished with my renovation work and counting out all of those gold coins. Louis was behind all of the accidents, hoping to pressure Rose into selling the house so he could find the treasure himself. Although Rose and Abby may not have a legal right to the gold, the bank the coins were stolen from will still give them a reward for finding it. The house also has gotten a lot of publicity with all of the news stories, and the place is booked solid for the first month of its opening. I guess a haunted bed and breakfast with hidden treasures is all the rage these days, even if there are no such things as ghosts. I think. See you soon, Nancy.
Okay. I'll do another one. Where does exit? Yes, exit. Send another one. Where do Trista? Just making sure you can hear it. Give me a second. Here we go. Aha!
Hi, this is my center of operations, my desk. Go ahead and poke around. If you want to know the particulars of how I do what I do, take a look at the book titled How to Be a Detective. It's real helpful, especially if you're new to the mystery-solving business. And be sure to check out my scrapbook. I put memorabilia from all my past cases in there. A lot of them were pretty dangerous and at times really scary. P.G. Krollmeister has hired me to investigate a series of equipment meltdowns that have been plaguing the prominent Oklahoma storm research team he sponsors. Since his team has been expected to win the $100 million grant at stake in the upcoming Green Skies Storm competition, Krollmeister suspects that there is something far more sinister than simple equipment failure going on. I'll be joining the team undercover, replacing their previous intern Pete, who wound up with a broken leg after one of the accidents stranded him directly in the path of a storm. Stepping in at the most dangerous and chaotic period of the chase season, I'm going to have to keep my wits about me to stay on top of the sabotage and the storms.
Check out see right over there. Hold on. Give me a second. Just I can't see a chat room. There we go, mobile this one.
Whoa, oh my gosh! piece of debris. Whoa! It's filled with money.
Once again, a message of thank you.
I better take this and see who it belongs to.
So I miss you. We are Jason. Oh, that's it. Hey, my name. So what to do, Liz?
Still have to do that.
Checking your team.
Haven't done that. Can't check that off yet. Still have to do that.
Please use my feelings. Is to left of as immediately next to this one. Next to that. So circle. Oh God, but there you go.
That doesn't look right. All right, got it.
Okay. Looks like a circle.
Looks like garbage. Don't need this.
Corn bags. Okay.
Mice! I agreed to tornadoes, but I did not sign up for mice.
Hey, sad looking mice.
Check. I can't go to bed yet. Again? All right, Mouse. This house isn't big enough for the both of us.
Hey, got that right. What measurement use? That one? Yes. The last safe place to seek shelter in a public place. Bathroom. Large room. My man says every valley should have a tornado. Party kit. Cleaning. Escape. Oh, sorry. Very nice. Is there anyone here? Okay. And we're going to do some phone calls. Oh, we got Frank and George.
Nancy! Is that Nancy? You don't need to give me that look. It's a legitimate question. Maybe someone called and asked you to name your favorite detective. Oh, like it hasn't happened before. Hey, look. I bet you there is something good on the other side of those cobwebs. Look.
Is this a bad time?
No, it's a fine time. We're just caught up in what we always seem to get caught up in anytime I want to go somewhere in a hurry. You can't blame me for this one. All I said was there's definitely something fishy about this place. But I say that at least 4 times a day.
Vacation's not going so great, I take it.
Not so great by half. Oh, it's fine. He's just mad we had to leave Paris without visiting the... What's that thing called? The big, boring, stolen stone thing? Luxor Obelisk. Yeah, that thing.
Why'd you have to leave so quickly?
Same old... Hey, look, a hidden door. Why don't you go check it out, Joe? Sometimes, if you give him something to do. Definitely a secret door. Textbook example. CK, go check it out. What was I saying? You know what? No use in backtracking. I've got maybe 10 seconds before he butts in again to announce that he's found some secret lever or something. You're not going to believe what's in here.
So what exactly did come up?
1 second we're in Paris, and you know the drill. Museum leads to clues, clues lead to the Romanov fortune. I'm leaving a few steps out, but... I call it the mystery of the train trip. Would you please not do that? It's embarrassing. But enough about us. What's going on with you?
You know P.G. Crowmeister, the founder of the company that makes pretty much everything?
I didn't know he was actually real. I thought he was more like actual astronaut, the Moonchunk spokesman, or that cartoon pterodactyl that sells used cars. Wow, he must be 100 years old.
Hard to say. He's got more energy than anyone I've ever met. Anyway, he hired me because he thinks that someone is sabotaging some of his high-profile new storm detection equipment. He sent me out to storm country to investigate.
Now, why would anyone want to sabotage storm measuring equipment?
I wish I knew. If you ask me, well, I guess it's too soon to ask me.
Is there anything the two of us can help you with?
Well, when I first arrived, I found a mysterious unmarked box full of cash, but I still have no clue who it belongs to.
It's hard to say what that's about, but one thing's for sure. It's important. Agreed. The fastest way to the bottom of any mystery is to follow the money.
It's a little hard to follow the money when it's just sitting in a box.
Well, then set it free or something. But you know what I mean.
I do. I just wish I had a little more to go on.
Don't worry, you'll get to the bottom of things. You always do.
Would either of you happen to know much about storm chasing?
Unfortunately, not much more than the next guy on the street. But to me, it sounds a little crazy. Why would you want to chase anything that's 100,000 times bigger than you and full of electricity? Don't forget, this is some dangerous stuff.
I won't. That's it for now.
Call me as soon as you learn anything new. on, people. Let's focus here. Oh, just a moment. This is why we can't have nice things in the workshop. All right, go ahead, caller.
Hi, it's Nancy.
Do I know Nancy? Don't plug that into there.
It's Nancy Drew. It sounds like you're a little busy. Is this a good time?
Nope. Well, it was nice talking to you. Goodbye.
Wait, hang on. We need to talk.
Just teasing you, ND. Mind if I call you ND? ND, I've been waiting for your call. If you mix those two beakers, I'm gonna have to switch insurance companies again. I trust you've been kicking up dust and giving those jokers some serious what for out there in Twister country.
Not exactly sure yet. I was hoping you could give me a little more information.
Shoot.
Do you think it's possible that your machines are just breaking on their own?
My machine's breaking? That's 8 kinds of preposterous, and 2 kinds of unbelievable, and another kind of, something else. You ever hear the story about the fox and the grapes, ND?
No, but this really isn't the time.
It's always time for this story. Well, actually, it's a long story, and I forget the beginning, and most of the middle. But at the end, the fox turns to the grapes and says, Krollmeister products never break.
That doesn't seem right.
I was being metaphorical, ND. Foxes don't talk, and grapes aren't known to be great listeners. But the long and the short of it is, my products don't break. It must be sabotage.
But why would anyone want to do that?
That's why I brought you on board, ND. I need you to... Terrence! The arc welder is not a toy! I gotta run, ND. You get in there and scare me up some clues. Call me back whenever you need, and if things aren't too hectic at the lab, I'll help you out as best I can.
I was wondering, why are you so concerned about tornadoes? You must have a lot of other things to worry about.
Truth is, I never have been one to worry, but darned if these storms don't have my socks twisted in a bunch something serious. See, ND, most things in the world can be tamed, or at least tricked into behaving the way you want. Not weather. Ever since a tornado tore through my home, I've been obsessed with figuring out what makes those twisters tick. Pretty sure I built the machinery to do the job. That's why I need you to make sure nothing too funny is going on. Well, once I know I've made sure that no one else is ever caught off guard by a storm again, then I can move on to the next project. Until then, I just can't.
I didn't know you got hit by a twister. Was everyone okay?
Prudence Rutherford, she's the one who recommended I hire you, by the way, was over, and I'm afraid she took a pretty hard knock to the head when the storm came through so suddenly.
Oh no, was she all right?
Well, ever since the blow to the head, she seems to really enjoy reality TV. But aside from that, she's still the same old Prudence, if for better or for worse.
Why are you so concerned about these machines?
Now, there's no such thing as something that is just a machine. Every Krollmeister product is a work of art.
If you say so.
If I say so, not only do I say so, so do millions of Kroll-Silmers. Now stop trying to poke the bear and start trying to solve the mystery.
Do you know why someone would want to lure mice into their house?
Is this one of those sound of one tree clapping in the woods questions? Never was much good at those.
No, someone actually seems to be luring mice into the house.
Sounds like you've got a reverse Pied Piper situation.
What's that?
Who knows? Just made it up. I'd keep an eye out for something like that, though. And get a cat.
I've enjoyed talking to you.
Call me as soon as you learn anything new.
No. Okay.
Previously on Are You a Detective? Andrew Morris, you are! Next week on the season finale of
Oh dear. Okay. Yeah, good at that. We take the tins. What has a following is not Danvers, crowds. No, okay. Next question. What caused the most interest during the tornado? Winds? No? Yeah. Eight out of 8. Yay. An 8.
Nancy, is that you?
Yes, that's me.
Scott wants to meet you.
Be right there.
Nancy Drew, you made it. I'm Scott Varnell, the person in charge of this meteorological train wreck. Welcome aboard.
Are you the person I'll be reporting to?
You'll be reporting to Debbie. But make no mistake, I call the shots around here. Ever seen a real tornado, Nancy?
Well, yeah. As I was driving up to the farmhouse, it wasn't that big, but it sure threw a lot of debris around.
Well, isn't that just peachy? We spend hours racing all over the countryside, and where's all the action? Right in our own backyard. We're never gonna win this thing. The school's gonna pull the plug on us, sell the farm, and that's gonna be all she wrote. And it's all Krollmeister's fault for saddling us with a bunch of Bush League junk. But now that you're here, maybe our luck will change. 2 things you need to do right off the bat. I gotta give a workshop on tornado preparedness at the junior high school next week, so put a sample disaster kit together for me. If anything's missing, go up the road to Ma and Pa's and get it there.
What else would you like me to do?
Second thing you need to do is redesign the warning siren layout for the local community. They just got a set of new sirens and their range is different, so the town asked me, and now I'm telling you, to figure out where to place them so if there is a tornado, everyone will be within earshot of a siren. All the information you need is on the chart in the other room. You have questions about anything, bug Debbie, not me. Nice meeting you.
Okay.
That tornado you just saw. What'd you think?
What do you mean?
Were you excited? Terrified? Did it make you want to go home? What?
Actually, that tornado is the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life, and I can't wait to see another one.
Now that's what I like to see. Wish I could get that sort of enthusiasm out of my students these days. Between you and me, the last few years I've gotten stuck with the worst students. I could be telling them about the most exciting storms on record, and all I get back is a sea of bored faces. Before they defunded my department, I got the best of the best. Students who really cared. Like Debbie, but those days are over.
That must really be disappointing.
What are you, like 18? Do me a favor, kid. Don't talk to me about disappointment till you've lived long enough to experience it firsthand. I'm sorry, Nancy. That was... I know you meant well. Anyway, good news is it looks like weather conditions for the next 2 weeks are going to be ideal for tornadogenesis. Which means we could be in for a record-breaking string of tornadoes. You may be putting that enthusiasm to good use.
I sure hope so.
Anyway, get out of here.
Nancy, hi! You've met Scott, the project leader. I'm Debbie, the project manager.
Do you know why Scott is in such a bad mood?
I've worked with him for the past 5 years, and believe it or not, that's his normal mood. When he's in a bad mood, yikes.
You've worked with him for 5 years?
I just got my doctorate in meteorology from Canute College. From the day I walked into Scott's Theories of Tornado Genesis class, I was hooked. I've been on his chase team in one capacity or another ever since.
You must be pretty easygoing.
Hi, Josh.
I just learned how to read
sales,
Scott and
thing
deal with
recommend?
his idiosyncrasies, that's all. Like all the equipment malfunctions we've been experiencing. Let's just say that Scott is extremely good at misdirecting blame.
You think the problems are really Scott's fault?
But hey, I could be wrong. Which, by the way, is something you'll never hear him say. Anyway, first thing every morning, I'll brief you on what has to be done that day. As for the rest of today, those 2 jobs Scott gave you, get them done. Pretty much everything he says in there, I can hear out here. He's not exactly a low talker. The chart with all the siren stuff is in the living room, and that computer quiz you took will tell you what needs to go into the kit. If any items are missing, you can go to Ma and Pa's general store up the road and buy them. Just purchase wisely, our budget is very limited. And if you haven't introduced yourself to Pa or finished the filing, please do so. And once you're done with all that, you can head out to the cornfield and fix the sprinkler system.
Fix the sprinkler system?
See, this farmhouse and the acreage it sits on were donated to Canute as a research facility. The chase team gets it during tornado season. The agricultural team's here the rest of the year, so we've agreed to maintain whatever projects they've got going in their absence. Right now, they're in the middle of collaborating on something with this big mucky-muck research center in Hawaii. Which is just another way of saying, fix those sprinklers ASAP.
Okay.
I found this box out front when I arrived. Thought maybe I better turn it in.
Wow. There must be a couple $100 in here. Job. Thanks. Payment enclosed.
You don't know whose it is?
No idea. I heard you tell Scott about seeing that tornado, so my guess is the twister carried it in from somewhere else. Maybe even somewhere miles from here.
I'd feel better if you kept it.
Sure. When I get a chance, I'll call the sheriff and report it.
What goes in the disaster kit again?
You don't remember?
No, sorry.
To tell you the truth, I have to look up a lot of things myself some days. Check the computer, that should help you out.
Would you happen to know who threw out the sales receipt for dried corn that's in the wastebasket over there?
Dried corn? Why would anyone around here buy dried corn?
To make the little piles of dried corn I keep finding around here. They look a lot more man-made than mouse-made.
Are you suggesting someone has been deliberately feeding the mice?
I guess this is a bit dumb.
I think someone's been trying to lure them inside.
Everyone on this team has his quirks, that is for sure. But deliberately causing a mouse infestation? Nobody's that mental.
Why is there a file in the cabinet labeled Grange Theater?
Theater's kind of a passion with me. So when I got here at the beginning of tornado season, I found out the Grange needed a stage manager for the play it's putting on, and volunteered for the job. And soon became the sound and lighting director as well, which means when I'm not here or out in the field, I'm there.
It sounds like you keep pretty busy.
You don't even know the half of it. We're approaching final dress for the Grange's big play of the year. Everyone from around here shows up. You should ask Pa about it. He's got much more of a passion for the stage than you'd expect from a man in overalls.
I better get to work.
Okay. Oh, and thanks for driving that car up here for us. That was a big help. See ya.
Okay. Go up there. Yeah. I will speak to him.
Hi, I'm Frosty. As you can probably tell from all this equipment, I'm the media guy. Still pictures, audio, video, digital, analog. I do it all. Do it pretty darn well, too.
Is there a story behind the name Frosty?
Sure is. Couple of years ago, before I met Scott or any other tornado chasers for that matter, I was out taking pictures of this ginormous thunderstorm that was brewing outside Norman. I'd drive for a while, jump out, snap some pictures, roll some video, jump back in, drive some more. Just looking for good pictures, you know? I wasn't really paying attention to what the storm was doing until all of a sudden it got really, really dark. And then it just started pouring. And I mean, rain was coming down like my car had stopped under Niagara Falls, and the wind was blowing and the car was swaying, and then it started to hail. First just dime-sized stuff, then quarter-sized, then golf ball-sized, then all of a sudden, the windshield shatters and a hailstone the size of a fist lands in my lap. Then another, then another. Turns out I'd punched the core of an incredibly powerful HP supercell.
You'd punched the what of the who?
HP means high precipitation, lots of rain, and a supercell is a cloud formation capable of producing severe thunderstorms. The core is the worst part of a supercell, where violent updrafts can produce huge hailstones, to say nothing of tornadoes.
Did you see one?
That time? No. But I did roll down my window and start shooting, and I came away with photos and footage of hail that no one's been able to top yet. Overnight, I went from being Tobias Harlow, run-of-the-mill photographer, to Frosty Harlow, fearless documenter of extreme weather phenomena.
Okay.
What happened to your arm?
What, these scratches? Just a few minor war wounds. See, I was climbing the fence next to the old Fraser Creek windmill so I could get a clear shot of some mammatus clouds. And what happened? I dropped my camera bag right into a patch of brambles. Thorns just about took my arm off when I went to grab it.
How long have you worked for Scott?
I joined the team last year after their photographer quit halfway through. This is my first full season. I'm the best thing that's ever happened to this team, I might add. I'm good.
Do you know what goes in a disaster kit?
If I were putting together a disaster kit, it would include a map, some flashlights maybe, and Laurie Gerard and a sweet cherry red convertible. But that's me. The type of kit Scott probably wants probably has, no clue, batteries, and maybe Debbie knows.
Thanks for all the advice.
Take care.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Nothing there. No, I won't go back. Berg. Okay, I saw ticking.
Still have to do that. Can't check that off yet. Still have to do that. Did that. Haven't done that. Check. Haven't done that.
All together.
What's up?
That's it for now.
Have fun!
No. that's it at once.
So, what's up?
Thanks for all the advice.
Take care.
Okay. Now we decide that one. I don't know where I gotta go. Yeah. No, I need to go back. And I think I lost. Oh, I don't want me to drive, do? Oh well. Oh, I'm lost here. Help! I'm lost. Second time I'll die again. Okay. Windmill, spin house, farmhouse. Do that. Enter. Okay. Aha, we have a
Howdy! Come on over here and be friendly. That's more like it. Welcome to Mom and Pa's.
My name's...
I know what your name is. You're that girl from up north, Nancy, Drew.
How'd you know that?
Not bad for an old codger, huh? Why, I know all sorts of stuff about you. I even know your cell phone number, Miss Nancy Drew. Let's see, it's 523-555-4399. How'd you like them apples?
Someone on the Canute team told you I was coming, didn't they?
Yeah, that they did. Debbie, she told me to keep an eye out for you and gave me your number. See, if something bad happens while you're all out there chasing twisters, it's important to have a way to get help. Staying connected in an emergency is just about the best way to stay safe. I'm kind of your emergency action central. Keep your numbers right here by the phone. Debbie fill you in the way things work around here yet?
Don't things work the way they normally do in stores?
Not for y'all. You Canute folk got a line of credit here, so instead of paying cash for food and equipment and such, you can charge it. You want to buy something that's not on Debbie's list, like something from the snack section, you got to pay for it using pa pennies.
Using what?
Pa pennies. Like this here. A little something I invented to make coming in here a little more interesting for tourists. In fact, go ahead and take it. You could use it or keep it as a souvenir.
Hey, great. Thanks.
Just a ma and pa way of saying nice to meet you.
Debbie tells me you're pretty involved in the local theater.
Now that's a true fact if there ever was one. Nothing quite like being backstage when the lights go down. Come to think of it, it's just like that moment right before the storm hits. When the world goes dark and quiet, and all you can do is cross your fingers and hope for the best.
So what's this play about?
About this place, of course. From covered wagon times up to today. All about the men and women that made this town what it is today. I'm playing Percy Rutherford Hardcastle, town sheriff and the area's first librarian. Back in those days, wasn't no small thing to return a book late.
That sounds interesting.
Gonna be. If you're not out chasing twisters opening night, you should come. We're pretty near sold out, but I'll try to save your ticket.
So do you ever chase tornadoes?
Silliest thing I ever heard tell of. Around here, you're lucky if a tornado don't come chasing after you. People who do that are just asking for it.
So you've seen a tornado?
Of course I have. Pretty much everybody I know has. You research types at all your meters and sensors and recorders and such. Chasing around out there thinking you're doing something all big and important. Know what the only real thing you can do when you see a tornado is, Miss Nancy Drew? Watch. You watch this dark, rampaging monster go tearing across the land, wrecking everything it touches, till all of a sudden it ain't there no more. You can't go after it, you can't make it put everything back, you can't even get even with it. 'Cause it's just gone. All you can do is stand there thinking, now that ain't fair. That just ain't fair.
Sounds like you're talking from personal experience.
That I am. That I am. What else you need?
Well, it was nice meeting you.
I was just gonna say the same thing. Y'all take care now.
He was a bit slow.
Haven't done that. Haven't done that. Can't check that off yet.
Okay. Weird.
Score! Nancy Drew wins again.
Okay. We just had that one.
I bet I can find something that will turn this machine on. The divining rod that's supposed to be here seems to be missing.
Okay. Are they batteries? Yeah, batteries. We need them.
I think I've got everything I need. Does this look about right?
No, ma'am.
Oh yeah, I guess I don't have everything I need for the disaster kit. I should double check the list. That's done.
And where's the list? Net, Frosty. There's a certain papers in the hole. No, we does have one. No.
Can't check that off yet.
So let's grab one then. We've got one. Okay, we'll see where we go. Turn back around. Nope.
I should return these items before I leave. I can come back to shop later.
We need some more monies. 2. What the hell? Try again. Okay, we can go for grey.
And that's how the West was won.
That would do. Okay. Turn my back around. Oh, now.
I think I've got everything I need. Does this look about right?
No, ma'am.
Looks like I don't have enough money. I should figure out a way to get everything I need without going over budget. I should return these items before I leave. I can come back to shop later.
And this the other way, I'm gonna do it. 3. Oh, my hell. Okay. And here's one. Oh dear. I do not get this game at all. I do number one, sorry. Get some more monies. One more time. I got some more. If it ever do. Okay. Water.
I think I've got everything I need. Can I pay for these supplies now?
I suppose so.
Thanks.
Sure thing. Well, if it ain't my favorite customer.
Did you know the divining rod that's supposed to be on display in your museum is missing?
Missing? Why, I had no idea. How'd you like that? Somebody must have took it.
Why would somebody take it?
Well, now that's a good question. Only thing it's good for is finding oil. That's pretty much just a superstition. For most folks, that is. Some people around these parts still swear up and down divining rod's work. Well, guess I'm just gonna have to whittle me up a fake one and stick it in the display. Just be our little secret, okay?
I've enjoyed talking to you.
Y'all hurry back.
Okay, now we need to go back. Yeah. Running. Okay.
What's up?
I'll check back with you in a bit.
Have fun!
Yes?
What did you mean when you said before that the school would sell the farm if you lose?
Just what I said. Right now, Canute College offsets the costs of maintaining this place with funds from private companies like the Healy. But apparently that money's about to dry up, so if we don't win this competition, there goes the farm.
Do you remember that interview you gave after Ma died?
Nope. Why do you ask?
I read it, and it seems like a lot has changed for you over the last few years.
What's that supposed to mean?
You sounded much more excited about your work.
Yeah, well, that's the reality of life, Nancy. You don't honestly think life gets more exciting as you age, do you? Because it doesn't. Dreams fade, hearts get broken, friends get too lost in their own lives to call. Trust me, enjoy your youth while you have it, kid, because the downhill ride, it ain't fun.
That's not true.
Now I see why Debbie speaks so highly of you. Optimists of a feather. Tell you what, I'll admit that you just may be right. I hope you're right. I just don't think you are. Let's switch topics, all right? This has been a long enough trip down memory lane for the day.
I'll quit bugging you now.
Don't hurry back.
Not very keen on that guy.
So, what's up?
I'll catch you later.
Pop in anytime.
And what am I supposed to do with this stuff?
Whoever just came in, give me a hand over here, would you?
Sure.
Save me a lot of time if you kindly fix the LED display on the dash while I fix the wiring out here.
But I've never fixed an LED display before.
Just get inside and I'll tell you what's what.
Okay.
What y'all are looking at is the fuse board for the screen. Fuses are all there and they're all good, but the display won't work till you rearrange them. See how they numbered from 1 to 8?
Yeah?
What you gotta do is rearrange them so no consecutively numbered fuses are touching in any direction.
Including diagonals?
Yep. Fuse number 1 can't be touching fuse number 2, which can't be touching 3, which can't be touching 4, and so on. Got that?
I think so.
Good. You know you're done when the screen lights up. With any luck, I'll be done out here about the same time.
I did it! The screen says it's initializing.
And I'm done out here. How's that for timing? You're Nancy, the new gopher, ain't you? Well, I'm Chase. I ain't gonna shake your hand because my hand's kind of a mess. Again, I appreciate the help.
What do you do on the team?
Right now, I'm fixing the car the fella you were replacing was driving when he busted his leg. It's pretty much my job, fixing stuff.
That okay with you?
Yep. I like fixing stuff, and I like keeping busy, so this here's the perfect job for me. Plus, I'm learning a whole lot about twisters. You live in these parts, the more you know about them, the better.
Is that why they call you Chase? Because you chase tornadoes?
Hello, Jason. Thank you for coming.
Do they call you Nancy because you answer too many questions? Sorry, that was supposed to be funny. A lot of people think that, but the truth is, it's my name. Has been since before the day I was born.
Do stuff.
Why do you think so much equipment has been malfunctioning lately?
Stuff breaks. If your luck's bad, it breaks a lot. Being such a negative person known Scott's like a bad luck magnet. With him in charge, I'd be more surprised if stuff wouldn't breaking down all the time.
Do you know a way I could earn some paw pennies?
Tell you what, over there on my workbench is a bunch of circuit boards for the weather balloons where I was putting up. Now, since I can't put the board to use till it's been wired up just right, how about for every board you wire up right, I pay you something in paw pennies? Of course, since wiring up wrong just makes more work for me, you make too many mistakes and I only pay you some of what you earned up till then, depending on how you did. What do you say?
Sounds great.
Like my dad always said, the best things in life are the things you earn. Anytime you want, just go on over there and start wiring up boards. There's some instructions over there that'll help get you going. Anything else on your mind?
How do you like working with Scott?
Other than the fact that he can be ornier than a never-ridden bull in a bucking chute and can holler longer and louder than all the football coaches in Oklahoma put together, I like him fine. Got this sixth sense when it comes to twisters. Never seen nothing like it. Kinda spooky sometimes.
Think he'll win the Green Skies competition?
Not a chance. He's got this real negative way about him. Nothing good's ever gonna come his way. Sad but true.
Will it bother you if his team doesn't win?
Heck yeah, I'd like to win. It's gonna bother me a lot. But as long as you got Scott for a leader, ain't no way.
The guy I'm replacing, what was the matter with his car?
A bunch of stuff. Reason he broke down in the middle of that storm and slipped in all that hell was 'cause his car had run out of antifreeze. Should I say coolant. And that's 'cause mice chewed holes in his hose and made it leak.
Have mice done anything like that before?
Well, I don't know about here, but I saw a mouse chew clean through a 2x4 in less than an hour once. Of course, that was probably 'cause my neighbor's dog was one piece of chicken wire away from having it for lunch. But I don't know what them mice found so appealing about that hose, but they sure went to town. It's over there on the workbench. Take a gander at it if you want.
I've bugged you long enough.
Nice meeting you, Nancy. Just do right by Scott and you'll do fine.
Okay.
Hey now, that's not yours.
That's done. Haven't done that. Check. Haven't done that. Still have to do that.
One design on a charge in the living room. Better go for anything. Okay. Hey. That's done.
Can't check that off yet. That's done. All right, that's how it should look.
And I'm done that. Oh, no, I want to charge. Checkbox.
That's done.
It's late, Nancy. Why don't you call it quits for the day?
Yes?
Guess I'll get going.
Whatever.
It's late, Nancy. Go to bed.
Yeah, I don't know what we can do with phone calls.
Please tell me you're going to get right up in the middle of things. Frank and I just saw footage from last year's EF3 in Kansas on the internet and... And we think that you should be very careful out there, and shouldn't do anything reckless. Unless you're with Frosty. He's the best.
You know Frosty?
Of course, he's only the most fearless shooter on the storm circuit today. Everyone's seen that one picture he took, the one with the grapefruit-sized hail flying right at the lens. You know what I'm talking about.
I guess he's a little more popular than I knew.
As storm photographers go, he's the one to watch. You should see if he'll give you lessons. Heck, you should see if you'll give me lessons as soon as we get this Romanov thing all tied up. I wouldn't go that far. In fact, if I were you, I'd steer clear of Frosty for the time being. I'd be reluctant to trust anyone who is trying to make a name for himself, or anyone crazy enough to punch the core of a storm for that matter. All right, he might just have a point there.
Any clue why someone would want to sever a coolant hose?
If it's sabotage, it's not smart sabotage. It might be revenge.
What do you mean, not smart sabotage?
If it were me, not that I would ever do such a thing, I'd go after something a little harder to detect. Sure, driving without coolant will destroy a car, but the driver will get a warning before any real damage is done. It's more of an inconvenience than sabotage.
So you're saying that whoever did this probably didn't know a whole lot about cars?
That's my take on the situation. Does that help at all?
What do you mean when you say it might be revenge?
Revenge is... it's just never... Help me out here, Frank. With what? Weren't you paying attention? I'm talking to Nancy. Hey, Nancy. Sorry. Oh, don't give me that look, Joe. In case you've forgotten, we're sort of in the middle of something here. No offense, Nancy.
None taken. What are you in the middle of?
Turns out that trying to solve the mystery of the Romanov family is really, really hard.
Well, a lot of people have tried.
Now you tell me. Actually, it's a shame you're not here. It's been a trying couple of days. We could really use you on the case.
Well, if you get stumped, you can ask me for help for a change. We
just might.
I'd better get to the case.
Catch you on the flip side.
Good morning, Debbie.
Nancy, good morning. Got a few things for you today. That storm really shook up those sensors out in the cornfield. Could you put them back in line? After that, you should go spend some time in the field with Frosty. He really wants to show you some of the basics of storm photography. Any chance to show off?
That's it for now.
Have fun!
Rightio.
It looks like I need to connect the red beam to the red sensor and the blue beam to the blue sensor.
There. Okay, so that's the blue one. Have I done?
That looks right.
No, I am staying at Canute. As it is, he's already near the edge. We just have to give him a little push. No one is going to suspect a thing.
I don't know how I feel about this anymore. This is not what I agreed to. I mean, when I said I'd help you, I didn't mean...
Way too late to get cold feet here, Frosty. Scott needs to be taken care of. You know that, and I know that.
You're right. But we can't... No, you're right. It's time to get rid of him.
Hello, PK. Now's not a very good time to talk.
Not a good time? Hardly. Indy, one of my assistants just showed me footage taken by those storm chasers you're with, and they get way too close to the storm. You don't need to be getting that close to the storm. That's why I invented those machines.
Okay, I'll be sure to keep my distance.
Oh, good. Not that I was worried that you would. Not that I was worried at all, actually. I'm not the type to worry. Now, tell me what you've dug up on the team so far. Tell me about this Scott character.
He's a little hard to read. There seems to be some distance between him and the rest of the team. It might be because he wants it that way, but there could be something else. It's almost like no one fully trusts him.
Interesting. You'll make sure to keep a close eye on that one.
Of course, but...
But he's not your only suspect?
Right.
Well, good. Don't hold back. Tell me everything you know. What's up with the shutterbug? Frosty, is it?
He and Debbie are plotting something, and whatever it is sounds a little sinister.
Plotting? How so?
Well, I overheard them talking. They were talking about how someone, I assume Scott, was close to the edge, and they were going to do something about it.
You stay close to the both of them. Report back to me when you're done.
Radio.
Can't check that off yet. Did that.
Can I speak to her?
Don't forget to finish up yesterday's work as well.
That's it for now.
Have fun!
What's up?
I've harassed you enough.
Take care.
Select the filter to crowd hunt. Okay. With Frosty.
Nancy? What's the word?
That's it for now.
Call me as soon as you learn anything new.
Something tells me this isn't the right car.
Okay, this one.
Not this one.
Hey there.
That's it for now.
Adios.
Don't forget me. Okay, let's start taking pictures.
All right, where's the best place to go?
We've got a lot of different formations to spot, so if you head on out to the Fraser Creek windmill, that'd be perfect right now.
Okay, windmill. And now going the wrong way. Ew.
This will help you identify the shots you need to take. When we get some good photos, we'll move on.
Okay. Camera. take a photo. So do.
That's a good one.
I'll be sure to download the photos into the gallery when we get back to the farmhouse.
What's next?
Haven't done that.
Okay. Yeah, turn around. So I just take a photo of everything.
That's a good one.
Where goes this one? Lake Lane? Gonna where I'm going.
You know, I didn't always want to be a storm photographer.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I used to want to be a doctor.
What changed your mind?
Studying. It's hard to stay focused on some boring little book when there's so much going on outside.
No one see all that, did I?
That's a good one.
Okay. Now for these two. Yay! Oh dear. Okay.
So you got the chasing bug.
The chasing bug?
The chasing bug. Happens to a lot of people. Once you see a few good storms, it gets in your blood or something. Suddenly, sunny days stop being nice, start being boring.
Ah. You need to do that. Or that. Oh dear. Almost there. Ooh.
You've got to keep a sharp eye out or you'll miss what's right in front of you.
Okay, last one.
You've got to keep a sharp eye out or you'll miss what's right in front of you.
And that doesn't go home. Zoom in, go up, and go to the side.
You've got to keep a sharp eye out or you'll miss what's right in front of you. That's a good one. You ever heard of nacreous clouds?
What clouds?
They're the Bigfoot of clouds. Extremely rare. People used to think they didn't exist. No one has gotten a good picture of them.
I need to turn around.
They're only near the North and South Poles. But they have this special way of catching the light, and from what I hear, it's amazing. It turns the whole sky red.
Whew. Turn around and go to here. How to upload? There.
Did that. Can't check that off yet.
So, what's up?
Thanks for all the advice.
Oh, I almost forgot. Do me a favor and give this to Chase for me. I borrowed it from him. Keep forgetting to return it.
Sure.
Thanks, Nancy. You're the bomb.
Okay, we'll go back to Chase.
It's late, Nancy. Go to bed.
Okay, let me do this first.
Oh, Donnie, get off, get off, get off!
Who's he talking to?
How come something that makes such a mess be worth so much money? I'm never gonna get this stuff off. These are my best boots, dang it! Get out!
That was a little weird.
Hey there.
Frosty asked me to return this to you.
Thanks.
Does he borrow stuff from you a lot?
Hardly ever. Him and me don't exactly have a ton of stuff in common. He's the outgoing, sophisticated type, and I'm just a simple country boy. Won't let me forget it, neither.
What's Debbie's relationship to Frosty like?
10x.
Well, I always figured she didn't have much use for him. But you know, lately, seems like she and him been hanging out with each other a lot. Nothing romantic or anything like that, just, you know, talking. Sure don't know about what.
I'll check back with you later.
Bye now.
Okay. Wanna go to bed?
This is a broadcast of the
Hello?
emergency
Is someone
notification
there?
system. There have been multiple reports of a tornado touchdown in the area. All listeners are advised to seek shelter until further notice.
I better get down into the cellar until the storm passes. Shoot, the power must be out. I'm looking for candles. Can you help? Someone is out there, right? Hello? Who's there? Hello?
What the?
Better look into that in the morning.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Good morning.
What did you think of that storm last night? Pretty loud, huh?
Well, yeah. I think it would have been impossible to sleep through that.
You'd be surprised. Chase and Frosty, those two could sleep through a circus explosion. Before I forget, Scott wants to talk to you, so make sure you go in there as soon as you leave here, okay?
Sure thing.
Since it doesn't look like we'll be chasing any storms today, the prairie dogs that have taken up residence by the cornfield, I just got notice that the ag people are going to exterminate them.
What? But that's not fair. They're not hurting anyone.
You're right. Fortunately, there's time for you to move them to the other side of the barn, but you're gonna have to move quickly. I told Chase to come up with a way to move them so they don't get hurt. Hopefully he's figured it out by now, so after you talk to Scott, go talk to Chase.
Got it.
Great, thank you so much. I do it myself, but I'm buried in work right now. You're a lifesaver. Literally.
And we're going to do that in the next one. Safe. Yay, let's have the game. See you then.